Unfortunately, we're starting 2026 off with some devastating and sad news, especially within the strongman community and the bodybuilding community as well. All in all, Pat O'Dwyer, as you might know from an influencer and a famous strongman, passed away this morning at the age of 40. He left behind, more importantly, 3 children and a wife. And I think that's the first and foremost thing you should point out, right? This man was a father. As you probably remember, and probably seen his videos online, very, very amusing videos. He always stuck up for a lot of sort of the underdogs and a lot of videos. He would call out negative comments. And we're bringing a lot more positivity to the social media sphere, which is exceedingly, every day, increasingly more toxic. This news has shocked a lot of people, which they didn't expect to see us coming. Now, we don't know really what the cause of death is yet. Some comments, what I've seen on Facebook, people that lived in his town, that knew him, seems to be from a heart attack. We just don't know. More information would probably come out, but at the young age of 40, he leaves behind a tremendous footprint in the online and fitness industry. And not only does he leave a massive footprint behind for his family and his kids and his wife, which is the real tragic thing here. It's the wife and the kids that get me every time, that you leave behind. Obviously, we can't speculate what happened to him. It's no shock or surprise that, as of recently, if you followed Pat O'Dwyer, that his social media posts became very different. He went from a man like a strong man to very rapidly, in a short period of time, clearly getting into shape and actually becoming more of a bodybuilder in a template. And he got to some of the photos you can see here, ridiculous amounts of low body fat percentage. Fantastic physique, just a fantastic physique all around. But there's no word of a lie that obviously performance enhancing drugs would have been involved in that. And maybe more so as well to get to that kind of shape, maybe the use of more drugs and excess. And when you hear these things, if it is a heart attack, one can't help but postulate the idea that it could be steroid related. But it wouldn't be fair to, I don't think we should speculate right now, being it's so fresh, other than just give our condolences. And I give my condolences here. That is just a real tragic and awful thing to hear, especially for the start of 2026. The only thing I would say to this, and I don't think it's even appropriate bringing up right now, that what's happened, except for just paying tribute, but what I would say, and if this helps someone out here, is if you are, and particularly a father, and you are going to consider the use of aids and supplements and drugs, that could potentially, the risks that could shorten your lifespan. Especially if you're someone that doesn't expect to do very well in this particular sport, maybe, you're not operating at the highest professional levels. I would really, really just ask yourself several times, is it worth it? Because for the people in the short-term gain that thinks that it is worth it, it may be great when you're on the merry-go-round, you're feeling great, you're feeling strong, everything's looking good. But at the end of the life, is it really that worth it when you've just cut all that time away from your kids? Now, I'm not saying this is Pat's case. All I'm trying to say is that it brings to light, which these are going to be the conversations we're going to have after this. Obviously, everything we do in life rolls the dice to some degree, and you put your life in danger to some degree, but we really need to consider these things, really, because at the end of your life, you're looking at it when all you have left is your family, and that's ultimately all we're going to have at the end of our life is our family, and seeing our kids grow up and everything. Just think, and even if you're someone with no kids and no dependencies, that will change at some point in life, I can almost guarantee. Anyway, for now, sincerest condolences to Pat. There is a GoFundMe that Eddie Hall has raised for Pat's family for a memorial. I'm going to leave the link down below in my description. Please feel free to donate. But for now, anyway, it's a sad hole that probably left in a lot of people's hearts. Tonight, if you're going to have a drink, raise a glass to Pat. I'll catch you in the next one.